Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here, coming at you with the second video in our Platinum Trophy Guide for the LEGO Movie 2 video game. In the first video I go over basically all of the missable trophies that you can get during your first playthrough, excluding any story related trophies that you'll naturally get from just playing and beating the game. Now also, one thing I highly recommend doing before this video is going through and doing all of the Rexplorer planets. They are fairly easy and don't take much time at all. I believe the one that takes the longest is Middle Zealand. All the rest are pretty straightforward and don't even take 10 minutes to complete. They will just give you a couple of missions to do and then you can be done. Now, on top of that, I also recommend going through and doing all of the Rexplorer planets first. As you can see, they all only have roughly 25 master bricks themselves, and then of course the last one is 400 to unlock in total. But we're just going to jump right in and try and do all of these side ones first, just to get them out of the way. Alright, so once you were in the first Rexplorer planet, the Old West, as you'll see, there's a easy chest that you can use right here to get free relics and things like that as soon as you spawn in. Now, one thing to definitely make your life a lot easier is using the jet wings, because if you actually immediately come up right here in this little area, you will find another master brick right here on the roof, so do keep that in mind. Now, as you'll see, we're going to be trying to go through and grab as many of these master bricks as we can. I did accidentally grab some of them, so do keep that in mind. But the next one you can find is going to be right here in this little alcove. And then from here, using the jet wings again, you can just come right on up to the top right here to grab the next one. Do note though that some are actually locked behind doing specific quests for characters in each area. So do try and do the side quests, because those will also give you your master bricks as well. Now, when doing this, I also highly recommend trying to go for just grabbing as many things as you can, and also, since you're going to have to 100% the game, every time you find a shop, I highly recommend going through and buying everything that you can from the shop, as that will also contribute to getting 100% of the game. So just buying at least one of each item never hurts, you know, just to at least have them. Also, specifically buying characters as well is going to be important. But from here we can then come over to this area over here next to this guy. I assume most of the master bricks are like hidden and tucked away in some shape or form. Now also, I will talk about over here, you'll notice the heart that will randomly spawn that you can catch. These will always give you a actual what is it, the mega relic every time you find one of these. So if you happen to memorize the spawns of most of these, then that will definitely contribute to more relics and more things obtained faster. Now, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this top hat, it basically doubles all studs and blocks that we pick up, which is pretty nice. Now, coming into this little barn here, you can find a master brick and another chest for more relics to open. As I said before, relics are pretty straightforward and they are pretty easy. Okay, this is fun. So, apart from that, like I said, doing these side quests is going to be key. I'm going to skip, of course, to completing the side quest just to save on time. So yeah. Alright, so apart from doing side quests, the side quests will also give you a blueprint sometimes, so do keep that in mind. As you'll notice that some side quests will also just be related to doing some quick fighting. Pretty standard. Nothing too hard about this, of course. But as you'll see, you'll get the blueprint, and then you'll also get the master brick. I don't know why this is taking so long. But as you'll see, there is a bunch of small things and places to go to as well. But we're going to come up here to this little side area. Maybe see what we could find. Like I said, just going through and exploring most of these maps is going to get you the remaining master bricks. As well as more blueprints, which is something that you will actually need to complete most of the side quests given to you on syspocalypstar planet. Like I said, that is a mouthful. But now we can come all the way up here and finally talk to this guy. Do note that some will also require you to build things as well, so do keep that in mind. As you can see, this guy is pretty easy. And look, just like that, we got a train station. And of course, you can hear most of the chests because they make a very loud noise. Now from here, what we can do is we can then take the zip line and grab this next master brick right here. And we're almost fully done with the Old West. Pardon my coughing. But you can always check the map as well, so don't forget to do that. But coming over here, we can then grab another chest as well. It's always nice. Now, at some point you should also obtain 1,000,000 studs, which will then get you the trophy. I believe it's richer than Bruce Wayne. Pretty, nice little jab at him. But coming over here, you can find the next master piece over here on the bridge. And then just over here, if we continue on, we will find the next one just over here as well. Like I said, these Rexplorer planets aren't meant to be super challenging in any way, shape, or form. It's more or less just supposed to be a little side objective. But coming over here, we can talk to this guy right here. And he'll, like, as you'll see, most of the time you'll just be doing fetch quests as well. So if you're used to that kind of thing in video games, there are probably plenty of that here as well. So from here, just gonna follow this back. If you happen to be able to grab a heart, then grab a heart. If not, that's perfectly fine too. So as you'll see though, pretty much, there's not much left for us, main-wise. Like I said, just grabbing any chest that you can will help out. But coming over here, we can deliver this note. And as you'll see, we'll get another masterpiece. We are almost fully done though. And just in this house, you'll find a chest. I'm trying to see... Okay, I see how to get that masterpiece now. So if we come over here, we can quickly come up and grab that masterpiece. Now, depending on how you want to do things, you can go ahead and just grab all of the masterpieces first, and then grab and then do all of the side quests, or just do them however you want. It's fully up to you. No reason not to do it. I'm gonna try and see if I can cheese up here. And I was able to. So that puts us at 21. We're almost done, guys. Almost done. We just got, I believe, one more just over here. Maybe, okay. It's probably underneath. Yep. Underneath. Now, depending on things, I'll probably try and cram as much as I can into this video specifically, to save on time, of course. But for the most part, the side planets are going to be fairly easy. And I do believe most of the main planets as well are going to be pretty much the same thing. I will try and see if I can just skip most of it and just show the important stuff. I'm gonna check and see what all is left. As you can see, not a super big map at all. Kind of hard to tell sometimes when you're missing something or not. But we're gonna come over here and do this last side mission. See what this guy wants from us. Okay, it's a little race. This doesn't seem too hard. Okay. So, like I said, if you're very familiar with doing fetch quests and side objectives, that's pretty much all that this last bit is going to be in terms of cleaning up and getting 100% of the game. Now, apart from the race and collecting relics, you're also going to be getting a bunch of duplicates, which will get you the mega relics to open. And upon opening those, you're always guaranteed 3 items that you don't have until you eventually have nothing left, of course. And as you can see, this race isn't too hard. Able to finish it fairly quickly, like so. And, okay, I see. So the last 2 are going to be 2 different races. Okay, so that's going to get us the last master brick, or masterpiece, I should say, for Old West. Depending on things, I will try and cut out any of the side stuff for each planet. Because like I said, these Rexplorer planets aren't too hard. And considering that they're not the main planets and have less to do overall, it shouldn't take you guys too much time, like I said. But I will try and show specific puzzles or pieces that I think are worth knowing about. If you're having trouble progressing in any of the maps, just remember that you have grapplers, you have flying wings, so it shouldn't be too hard to maneuver around the map. And then as you play throughout the story, you should get main key items which help you progress and are used toward unlocking things as well, so do keep that in mind. But upon completing, we should get our last master brick, like so, and boom, that will get us the Old West Master Trophy. Now before I leave, I'm going to grab one more part if I can. There we go. Another Mega Relic is always nice to have, as you'll see right here. If it'll go into my inventory, there we go. But yeah, so now I'm going to try and move through each of the Rexplorer planets, and if there's anything worth pointing out, I will gladly do so. But I do believe in you guys to be able to figure out most of the puzzles. This is a Lego game after all, and the difficulty is very minimal in terms of difficulty, and it's just more or less about taking the time to do everything and collect it. So I'm going to now try and skip to anything of importance for you guys. So yeah. Alright, so skipping all the way to Classic Bricksburg, there's two masterpieces I figured I'd at least point out. One of them is going to be from this back corner. If you come down here, you'll go underneath the Octane Tower. Now you might notice this upon doing the 2 races for the one guy, but if you happen to miss it, it's right here. Now the next one I actually want to talk about is actually going to be on top of one of the buildings, and it is actually quite frustrating if you don't know how to maneuver. But basically what you will do is, if the game will let me of course, get onto land. Using the jet wings, you'll just slowly make your way to a very specific building. I do believe this one right here will work. So if you come up right here onto this ledge and then jump up, and then you get up on here, on this little ledging right here, wait for your wings to recharge, and then come up slowly, of course, right here. Let your wings recharge, and then once you can, just simply tap it, and then you'll find the master brick right here. It took me a bit to figure out, but that will be 2 more that I think are at least worth explaining on how to do. So moving on to probably the next masterpiece that is going to be a bit difficult is on the asteroid planet, or the 3rd main planet of the game, and you'll have this robot creature in this specific area right next to the shop that wants you to photograph 3 different creatures. The first is a spider, the second is a velociraptor, and the third is a robot. As you can see, I'm still on the 3rd one, but for the sake of it, I'd show you where you can easily grab the first 2. As you'll see, there's a spider right here, but if you actually come up over to these 2 crates right here, this is where they originally spawned for me. Now you can find them in this general area, as you'll see right over here. But then the next one that she wants you to, or they want you to photograph, is a juvenile velociraptor. But what you can do is you can actually come up here and take a picture of one of these velociraptors right there, and it will count towards the progression. Now the next thing I highly recommend doing is actually building a flying vehicle, one of your choosing of course. Now then, if we actually get inside of this vehicle and then fly over to this very specific spot, it'll be over where the elevator bridge is, so do keep that in mind. But as you'll see, there they are. And here we can get our next picture. But I figured I'd quickly show you guys how to get this mission done, as it is a little bit not just hidden. There's no direct objectives to go to after getting the mission. So now we can go back and finish up the mission. So once you guys have at least obtained 400 masterpieces, you can come to Goldtropolis and this will probably be the one thing that will help you clean up and finish anything. Do note there are 10 masterpieces that you can find on Goldtropolis, but I'm going to show you exactly why this place is so important, as it will help you fully finish the rest of what you have to do in getting the 100% of the game. Because as of now, if you've gone through and done all of the Rexplorer planets, as you can see, 25 masterpieces, and then you come down and do all of the planets except syspocalypstar, which I would wait to save for last, and do all of the other planets, as you can see. Like I said, if there were any masterpieces that I think were worth talking about, I would include them. There probably aren't that many. There are some that aren't exactly the best described, especially some on the ceremony. So if you happen to get to 400 and are having trouble finding the last of the masterpieces and things like that, what you can do is come up to the Goldtropolis and I'll show you why. So once you were here on the golden planet, as you'll see, there is a bunch of chests that you can find, as you'll see right here. Now, most of these chests, when you open them, will guaranteed get you mega relics, as well as the super item relic. Now, do you know the super item relics are basically going to be more important right now, as they will get you very specific items that you can use and equip. So what I mean by that is, once this is done loading, of course, I'm going to come into my inventory, and here you can see you can equip different helmets. This will give you different effects, of course. You know, pretty cool. And then the main one that I want to talk about is the super map. Now this one is very important, as it will show you where to go. It will show you where the chests are on the map in proximity to you, as you'll see. And then as well as that, it will also show you where to go for the masterpieces that you are missing. Like, it will show you the exact location of them. As you'll see, I have 3 left. And as you'll see, there's one right above me, which I didn't know about. As you'll see right here, that's one. And then if we come back to that, we will then get to see where the last one is, or last one in this little side area over here. If I can find the entrance, as it is not just clearly marked out. As you'll see, this one is a little bit different, as I'm not sure exactly where you go to get that. I'll try and see if I can find that one in particular, but basically this item will help you guys find where all of the items are. Now, getting to them is different, but being able to know if you have to go up or down to find certain masterpieces is key for sure, as I'm sure we're all aware. But as you'll see, you'll be able to just hopefully maneuver and use the super map to help you guys figure out where to go and what to do, you know. Cause see, for me, I'm not sure where to go to get up into that area, but regardless, I think I've shown off what it is that I'm trying to show off, of course. But yeah, this map has a bunch of gold chests that give you those items and will help you get those super relics, as well as the building materials and building kits needed to complete all of the specific building requests on syspocalypstar. And what I mean by that is you'll have to do a bunch of building quests to build buildings and structures in syspocalypstar. And the cool thing about it is, what you can do is you can just simply build the item and then immediately just delete it, you know, get rid of it, do whatever you gotta do, and that will give you all the materials back that you need to continue building, because some of them do use very specific materials. I think I maybe found a hint for this final little masterpiece over here. But yeah, so if you unlock this planet first, by all means come here, grab all of these golden chests and things like that, as this will basically be what helps you clean up and finish what all you haven't done yet. But yeah, there will be a bunch of people you can talk to while you're here, so do keep that in mind. Like I said, there is a bunch of chests on this map, so do keep that in mind. But I wonder... Doesn't look like there's anything over here. Oh, I finally found it. I'm a dummy. I'm a dum-dum. As you guys can see, that will get you. This won't get you a trophy for getting all of the pieces on the planet, but you will still need to get them in order to get the 100%. So do keep that in mind. Like I said, syspocalypstar should probably be your last planet because you'll need to get all of the building kits just to make sure that you have all of them available to you when doing that. But I do believe this is going to be the cleanup for the LEGO Movie video game 2. I do hope that these two videos were somewhat helpful or informative in some way, shape, or form. This game isn't exactly like the traditional LEGO games where you have levels that you have to do things in. This one was a little bit more loose, or relaxed, as I should say. But yeah, so as of now, the last things that you should have to do is just get all of your masterpieces, which probably the last ones will definitely be made a whole lot easier once you get the super map. Like I said, coming to the gold planet and then just opening up all of these chests will get you a bunch of those relics and mega relics to open up at a shop, so do keep that in mind. But as always, this has been Mr. Pilgrim, and I do hope that these videos and guides are helpful and informative in any way, shape, or form that they can be. But as always, I will see you all in the next Platinum Trophy Guide. Peace out! So I do apologize, that isn't the end of the video, as I realized that I left out something very important to help you guys on syspocalypstar. Now as you can see, I have 20 out of 40 master bricks, but I have no more question marks showing up. So what you need to do is, once you have all of the items and things in the game and you're just getting duplicates from the shop, what you'll do is you'll come here and you'll build these very specific item pieces. But before doing that, I recommend putting on the super builder's hat, as this will basically make it to where when building you don't spend any of the objects necessary in the game. So what you'll do is you'll have these objects that you can see have master pieces connected to them. So what you'll do is you'll simply build those pieces. Now to make it quicker, you can build it and then just exit out, and then it'll just automatically speed up the process of building it, as you'll see. As fast as it can. Some of these do have more pieces than others going into them. My apologies. But once it is fully built, there will be a character who will appear alongside the build, as you'll see right here. Now I can do a new quest. So now what you actually have to do is you have to also go into a into your normal builder page, or whatever vehicles it is that you have. Like I said, at this point you should have all of them. Then you'll just simply scroll down until you find the specific item that needs to be built. And as you'll see, this is how you will get probably the last 20 masterpieces that you need in the game. So like I said, you shouldn't be using any materials when doing this, and then once you're done, you can simply just remove everything. As you'll see. If I can remove it, of course. No removing. What about this? No? Well, you guys get the idea, but basically you'll simply just have to do the last 20 masterpieces like that. Like I said, just start from top to bottom, or whichever one you want to do. But yeah, that will get you the last 20 masterpieces. It's not direct and just tells you, hey, this is what you have to do. Because if you're so used to just having to wait for the NPC to appear and do the quest, then you're never going to figure this out. So I figured it's best for me to indicate that that's what you guys have to do, as just trying to look it up. Most YouTubers aren't exactly saying that in their videos, as they already have everything in the game. They're not showing you how to get everything in the game, but I figured that I should be the one to do that, so you guys have a clear understanding of how to finally get 100% of the game. So yeah, but now this is officially going to be the end of the video. So yeah, peace out guys.